You know what's worse than being possessed by a demon? Spending 90 minutes watching the possession of Hannah Grace and realizing you might be the real victim. Released in 2018, this film stars Shay Mitchell, yes, from Pretty Little Liars, as an ex-cop who now works the night shift at a morgue because when your life falls apart, clearly the only logical step is handling corpses in a basement, alone, at night, with bad lighting and a demon en route. Let's start with the plot, if we can call it that. An exorcism goes wrong in the opening scene, as expected. Cue screaming, contorting limbs, and a very dead girl named Hannah Grace. She's presumed deceased, but surprise. Her corpse keeps showing up at the wrong time in the worst ways. The body ends up at the Boston Metro Hospital morgue, where Megan, played by Mitchell, begins her new job. She starts seeing weird things, hearing creepy noises, and being terrorized by a body that should definitely not be moving. It's basically the autopsy of Jane Doe, if Jane Doe was less mysterious and the movie had no tension. There's a lot of walking, staring, breathing heavily, then walking some more. The script, penned by Brian Sieve, feels like it was auto-generated by a horror movie cliché machine. You've got your skeptical coworkers and the lead character who just won't quit, no matter how many supernatural events scream, "Leave immediately." Dialogue like, "This job is my fresh start," and "You don't know what you're dealing with," reminds you that subtlety was not invited to this party. Shay Mitchell plays Megan Reed, a recovering addict and former cop who's haunted by her past. Honestly, in a better movie, her performance might have meant something. But then you realize she plays variations of the same character in most of her roles. Her only standout performance so far, apart from Pretty Little Liars, is when she portrayed Peach Salinger in the hit Netflix series, You. All in all, Megan spends most of the film reacting to sound effects and bad lighting. She's less a protagonist and more a flashlight delivery system. And then we have the antagonist, the possessed corpse of Hannah Grace. She levitates, snaps bones back into place, and occasionally skitters around like a dollar store version of Samara from The Ring. We're told she's powerful, but most of her attacks involve flickering lights and mild inconveniences. For some reason, she decides not to go for Megan, even when it's the most logical as she is the nearest. Instead, Hannah sneaks out, avoiding Megan, and goes in search of others to kill. This makes no sense and is never explained. At one point, a character asks why Hannah never attacked Megan. To the film's credit, the cinematography is actually decent. The movie is dark, but not in the can't see anything way, more in the hospital morgue bathed in cold LED blues kind of way. The sterile, claustrophobic corridors are the perfect setup for a horror film. Too bad the movie doesn't capitalize on it. If you like jump scares that you can see coming from a mile away, this movie's a buffet. Doors slam, shadows move, the lights being automated but slightly delayed. It's a horror starter pack. But genuine dread, atmosphere, psychological tension, those must have been in the deleted scenes. The Possession of Hannah Grace is a horror movie that desperately wants to be taken seriously, but in the end, it's something you forgot you watched 30 minutes after the credits roll. It wastes a solid setting, a committed lead actress, and a halfway interesting premise on a script full of cliches and scenes that go nowhere. It's not necessarily bad, just lackluster. So, if you're looking for real scares, watch Hereditary. If you want fun demonic corpse action, try The Autopsy of Jane Doe. And if you want to see Shay Mitchell in something actually compelling, maybe just rewatch Pretty Little Liars or You. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment below what's the worst horror movie you've ever seen.